Hi, this is Shayna from the Trade Exchange. I want to wish you a happy Friday, but more importantly, I want to wish you a happy summer because we're officially in our first week of summer, which is one of my favorite seasons. So I could not be happier that it's here. But taking a look at our markets had a very positive week. So the Dow is up. Dow's up spot 0.04%. You can see it closed out 21,394. S&Ps are up spot 2.1%. They closed out 24,38. And our NASDAQ had a great week. It's up 1 spot 8%, closed out 62.65. We're going to talk about more about that in just a moment. Gold is also up. Gold's up spot 1.5%. It closed out 1257 spot 80. I'm taking a look at our VIX. Our VIX is at 10 spot 02. Not a lot of volatility still. Volatility is still low in the markets. We did hit 11. We passed 11 a few times this week, but again, we are down at 10 spot 02 for the close of the week. Taking a look at our 10-year, you can see our 10-year, we got a bit more volatility going on in there. However, it is still a very low yield. We closed out 2.14% for the week for the 10-year. So very low yield on our 10-year. But who did take a hit? And this is crude oil. Look at crude oil. Look at these prices closing out the week at 43.12. This is the 5th week of decline for crude oil. Pricing is not catching a break here. We had a lot of data release and it did not help the pricing. So look at this first drop right here. This first drop is when the API data was released on Tuesday and it had a bigger build. So you see that first drop. Then you wake up Wednesday morning, we have the EIA statistics. EIA statistics come out, it's a bigger drop, but it's less than what traders expected. Again, another drop in crude oil. Fast forward till today. Today we had the U.S. rig count, and the rig count came out, and it's the 23rd week in a row that the U.S. has increased their rig count. So oil cannot catch a break. OPEC is still not discussing wanting to deepening cuts, and this is bringing prices back to where they were, to below where they were when OPEC first struck this OPEC deal a year ago. So oil cannot catch a break. You see crude oil is down this week 3.38%. So this is a really big hit for crude oil this week. But on a positive note, who had a great week was the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ being up 1.8%, it has a big thank you to give to biotechs because look at the IBB right here. This is the IBB Biotech Index and it is up nearly 10% this week. This is huge. Biotechs had a great week. This is great due to great data that came out this week in the biotech industry, as well as comments from President Trump that his executive order is going to be a bit more lenient, a bit friendlier to these biotech industry. And you see the reaction. You see it right here in the index being up nearly 10% and really pushing up that NASDAQ as well. So great week for the biotech industry, great week for the NASDAQ. Also, a great week for banks when it comes to the Fed stress. So the Fed stress test was it was yesterday. And this is the first time since the exam first started that all 34 banks passed the Fed stress test. Morgan Stanley, they've trailed behind a bit when it came to a key measure of leverage. However, they did pass. It is their second year in a row that they did lag behind a bit. But the good news is all 34 banks passed. So we are headed in the right direction. Morris, I want to wish everybody a wonderful week, and I hope you enjoy the first week in the summer. And I look forward to catching up with you next week. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.